Hey guys, Richard Scouten, Remountain Horsemanship out here. This is a dressage horse that I have, future dressage horse that I have in for training, for starting. This is her third, I think it's her third ride. And the big thing that I'm gonna show you guys is how I post into a canter. So I don't have to kick him up into a canter, I don't have to spank him up into a canter. I post into a canter. So I've worked her around a little bit, jibbed her around a little bit, and then I'm gonna just kind of mount her like I would any other very, very green colt. I keep calling him a her, but it's a him. Bounce, bounce, step up, put my hip in the seat, rub on him, work that offside stirrup, pat that butt. Looks pretty good, and I'll step on. Now, there's no rush, unless you're getting shot at, there's no rush to jump on your horse and take off. Most important thing is get on here and just kind of wait. Pet on and make sure everything's good. Checking for a little bit of lateral flexion. Don't need much more than that. Flip that rope over his head. A little bit of lateral flexion on this side. I'll hold till his feet stop. Hold till his feet stop, and he gives me that flexion like that. Good. And then in conjunction with that little bit of lateral flexion, asking for that little bit of lateral flexion, and I'll just kind of bounce this right leg off of him, ask him to step under, like so. All right, throw the rope over, a little bit of left flexion, hold, a little bit of left leg back, asking him to step under, move those hips over, move your hips over please, a little bit more. All right, good. Now we'll walk off. Always start at a walk, and then I'll start at the jog, and then I'll start off at the canter. I'm riding in one rein. I might tie up the other rein, but one of the big reasons why I like starting colts, and I like having people start colts in one rein, is because when a horse gets kind of sideways, they get kind of bronky, just human natural tendency to pull back on the reins. Well, you pull back on two reins and it puts the horse in a very, very claustrophobic bind, and it can make the situation worse. If I'm riding in one rein, yeah, sure, I can pull back all I want, but I'm going to cause my horse to disengage those hips and hopefully get the situation under control. So that's why I ride in one rein. I'm going to ask this horse for a trot, and I might put a second rein, I might tie my reins up just to kind of keep him on the rail so I can stay in the video. When I ask this horse to trot, energy is going to come up in my body. I'm actually going to open my legs. I might even point my toes out, kind of like a duck. Open seat, everything's open. If I do decide that I need a little bit extra motivation, I can use the end of my lead rope to ask him to go faster, but I'm not going to pop him on the butt necessarily. Some horses, not necessarily this guy here, but some horses you pop them in the butt, and you can actually, I have a horse in for training now that does this. I pop her in the butt and she has a tendency to go up in the butt, kind of crow hop, buck a little bit. But one thing that a horse has to do to engage the hind end and move forward is they have to pick up their withers. So what I might do is I might energy up, intention up, make some life in my legs. If nothing happened with that life in my legs, then I would have just kind of tapped him on the withers and said, hey, pick these withers up and let's go forward. Good. Not a problem, we're trotting around nicely. Now before I really get into working on my gaits, I want to make sure that I have a stop. So I'll energy up, open legs, life in my body, life in my legs, life in their legs. I'll sit deep and I'll pick up on my rein. Good. If picking up on the rein didn't stop, then I would have taken his hips away and got my stop that way. So head back off. Might have to toss this lead rope over his head, get him back on the rail here. Life in my body. Toss that lead rope over his head, life in my body. All right, so now we're set up. I walked, I trotted, he came back down. I got my hindquarter yields, I got my stop, everything's checking out. So now, when I ask for this canter, I'll pick up the trot, Say pick up your withers. And then what I'm gonna do is energy up in my body, open seat, open legs, point my toe to the left, and I'm going to increase my posts. Increase my posts with energy and life. Say, let's go. There. No kicking, bring him back down. No kicking, no spanking. All right, so I went ahead and I tied my other rein up. So now I'm operating with 2 reins. That little tail of the lead rope might kind of bother him a little bit, but nothing that he shouldn't get used to anyways. So energy up, life in my legs, life in your legs. Thank you, sir. Energy up, there we go. He got a little stuck right there, so I just kind of kept that pressure. Didn't really goose him or anything, just kind of asked him to keep that forward momentum up. There we go. Got to have life in those feet if we want to go anywhere. That's good. Trotting along, life up. So once I have a sustained trot, then just like I was talking before, post, energy up, post on that right front, that front leg closest to the rail, energy up, let's go, you can do it. It might take us a lap or 2, but pretty soon he'll figure it out. There we go. Forward, open legs. I'm not squeezing, that's all right. Ask him forward. I haven't asked this horse to sustain the canter, so we're gonna, there we go. Post into it. Energy's up in my body. Let's go, buddy. Thank you, sir. Nice. And then I'll stop him over here. Got to find out where your feet are, buddy. I'll stop him over here because a few times he tried stopping at that gate. So I'll stop him kind of over here. Horses are very good. They know, the gate's the exit. Gate's the exit, so they're going to want to stop and kind of go out that way a lot. So I'll stop them on the opposite end where they want to stop. But that's a little bit about posting into the canter. You don't have to spank them. You don't have to spur them. Just get them equating life in your body means life in their body. Post into that canter. Every molecule of your body, every molecule, I'm going to wait for him to turn left a little bit here. Every molecule in your body is saying go forward. And just kind of post until that horse picks up that energy. And they go off the speed that you want. You'll see me kind of, even there, you'll see me kind of bounce my legs off of them, so I'm not really squeezing. I'm just kind of bouncing my legs off of them, making life in my body, saying, hey, let's keep that energy up. Just kind of bouncing my legs, kind of saying, let's move off a little bit here. There you go, thank you. That's a lot more polite than kicking and spanking and squeezing when I start doing stuff like that. Energy up, there we go. There we go. When I'm on a young horse cantering, just for me and my habit is I generally canter to the left first. It's just what I feel most comfortable doing, I guess. But of course you want to get him cantering, trotting both directions. He's a little bit tighter going to the right, you can see that. So we'll just let him move his feet out to the right a little bit, and then I'll post, energy up. Got to find his feet. It's not a big deal. We'll just try it again. Trot, post. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. So posted up into the canter both times, both directions. Horse isn't very bothered about it. A little bit tighter going to the right and then to the left. To work on. something for you guys to play with. Is energy up in your body means energy up in their body. Take that energy and go somewhere. Thanks for watching. See you next time.